Well, okay, folks, I'm back. I'm almost at the place. It's a pretty wild neighborhood down around here, so obviously, I gotta have my body cam on. So, that's okay. Hey, puppy, does he bite?
No.
You might smell my dog and cat on him, so.
Back up.
Okay, well, have a good night, buddy. So, folks, I know it's hard to tell. That blue building right there, I'm going to show you exactly where I lived here. I'm going to turn on my big camera right now. So, hopefully, I'm able to do something. Hopefully, it records. Well, make sure my mic's on. My lights on. Okay. So, hey, folks, Machine Canadian here. I am here to show you exactly where all this bullshit started to begin with here in Moncton. This is where I got ripped off for over $15,000 worth of my stuff. So, long story short, for legal purposes, I did sign a lease. I had a 1-year lease. I did pay a damage deposit, which holds that lease binding. I got into an argument right here on the front porch with a guy, and then went for a walk. Now, I lived right there.
Were you filming? Like, who are you? And like, what are you doing?
I'm an independent reporter. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I lived right there, and this landlord.
Why are you taping this?
I'm working on a news story.
News story?
Yeah. So, anyways, I went for a walk. Came back about 4 or 5 hours later. On that door right there, there was an eviction notice, and it was taped on the inside, and the locks were changed. I couldn't get my stuff. He refused me stuff. Now, just so you know, as I was living here and that, there was always problems there. But because of the fight here, I ended up being charged with assault with a weapon. I hit him with a hollow metal pipe, and he whined about it after he kicked me and kneed me in the nuts. But anyways, so the landlord here, just so you know, a double window there, all of that back there to the other window, from that window to that window, all that's Randy's apartment. He's the one. So, the next morning, I had to go stay with friends. The next morning, I come down here. Not this place right here, but right through this walkway. Right through there, and you go straight through, and on the other side there well, she was my doctor at the time, and they tried to help me get my stuff. I had a signed letter and everything, all that, and they went over there, showed the landlord, Randy. He said no. They came back. We fought. We called the police. Everything. The police wouldn't show up. The landlord, the rentalsmen here, they wouldn't show up. They wouldn't do anything. Small claims court says that it's too much, that I have to press criminal charges, and we also know that the guy is a police informant. So, but the Salvus Clinic here, they did do everything they could and then some to help me. I ended up having to get emergency medication refilled the next day. And my doctor actually paid for it because the disability will only cover a certain amount a month, and that's it. So they did help me out and everything, but by the end of the day we couldn't get anything done here, and I left and I went to stay with my friend again, and I ended up moving and getting a place at another rooming house, which is gone now. And the next day I came back and everything was gone. So well, I don't want to cover the body cam either, so yeah. Hey, how are you? Yeah, thanks. What's that? Well, I'm doing a news story right now. Yeah. So, anyways, the very next day, I came back again. When these doors, talked to them, they call over, and he said that he put it all out on the curb. And yet, on this property, CCTV camera right up there. Oh, it's gone now, but they had one right there, and then there's another one right up there. So, and even with when the cops falsified a report and stuff like that, and I ended up getting charged with uttering threats to a cop, this is the door that they kicked in on a mental health check. It was all covered on CCTV, and they didn't know it. And that's why I managed to get as little time as I did, and unfortunately that mark is still there, and that's because of him. Now, the next day when I tried to get my stuff, and he said that he'd thrown it out and stuff like that, well, the dumpster was back there. You know, it's not that big of a place, but it's got a cooking area, it's got its own washroom and a living space. It's like a little bachelor, and I'm supposed to be protected. Well, you're not down here. So, and this one place here, I swear to God, anybody that, I don't care how down in the luck you are, this is 162 Queen Street, and remember this other address, 40 Donald Street. Whatever you do, if you don't want all your stuff ripped off from you and get illegal evictions and everything because your butt hurt, then stay away from these places. And like, they're really bad. I know that there was